We're going to talk next about hand hygiene. And hand hygiene would be essentially washing your hands. And hand washing is one of the simplest and most effective ways to stop the spread of infection. Hand washing is going to protect your client and yourself from disease. And ideally, when you're washing your hands, you're going to be washing them with soap and water, and you're going to be using paper towels to dry your hands. You can, however, also use that alcohol gel in place of the soap if you do not have access to soap or water. So when we talk about hand hygiene, when should you wash your hands? All the time. You want to wash your hands constantly when you are at your client's house. But there are some specifics to when you should wash your hands. You want to wash your hands whenever you arrive at your client's house, before and after touching a client, before and after making meals for a client or while you're working in the kitchen, before and after feeding a client, after you come in contact with any body fluid, even if you have on gloves, you're going to be washing your hands. After you handle any contaminated items, you are going to wash your hands before you put on your gloves and after you remove your gloves. And it's always a pain because when you wash your hands, they're wet and it's hard to get the gloves on, but you really are supposed to wash them before. You are going to wash your hands before going into the clean linen area of a closet. Before reaching into the clean area of your supply bag. Who here brings a supply bag with them when they go to work? You want to make sure your hands are clean before you go digging around into your supply bag so you don't put any kind of germs or anything into that bag. You're going to wash your hands after you deal with garbage or take out the trash for your clients, before and after you eat, before and after using the restroom for yourself, after blowing your nose, or if you sneeze into your hand, you're going to wash your hands. After smoking, you want to wash your hands because, again, saliva is considered a body fluid that we need to be concerned with. You're going to wash your hands after touching your face, your mouth, things of that nature, and then also before you leave a client's home. Those are all the times that when you are going to want to wash your hand. And again, a really good rule of thumb is when your hands are dirty, wash them. If they feel dirty, if they feel sticky, you're going to want to wash your hands. We're coming up onto cold and flu season, so hand washing is extremely important when you are taking care of your clients. How should you wash your hands? Obviously, hand washing is something that most of us do and we don't even think about it. You go in, you wash your hands real quick, you dry them off, and then you're done. But there is a procedure and there is a specific way that you need to wash your hands in order to make sure that you are getting rid of all the germs and the pathogens that can be on your hands. So for the hand washing, how we had said before, you want to get your water on. You're going to get your hands wet up to and including your wrists. And you're going to get your soap and then make your lather. Once you get the bubbles, if you will, in your hand, that's when you're going to want to have the friction and rub your hands together. And you want to make sure that you rub your hands together for at least 15 to 20 seconds. Again, you want to make sure that you are rubbing up onto the wrists, like so, which is one of the reasons why you want to make sure that any large jewelry is taken off of your hands and that also any of your shirt sleeves are pulled up to your elbows. You also want to concentrate down around in the fingers, like so, and also around the nails. And you can do that either by doing this motion, or you can also take each fingernail individually and wash around them. And you want to repeat this and continue this motion for at least 15 to 20 seconds. When that time frame is finished, you're going to rinse your hands off. You want to hold your hands in a downward facing motion. Careful not to let your fingers touch the bottom of the sink, and allow all the dirt and germs to rinse off the bottom of your hands. After your hands are rinsed, you will then get your paper towel and use a clean paper towel to dry off your hands and discard. Then you will get another clean paper towel and use that paper towel to turn the water off. Hand washing.